What's up, my friends? Happy Tuesday morning. Are we live? Are we live? There's a little bit of a delay. I'm running this through Zoom right now so that I can share my screen here in just a minute. And there's a little bit of a lag between Zoom and going live on Facebook. So let me just find out here. Come on, come on. It looks like, yeah. Awesome. Excellent. We're live on a Tuesday morning and we're going to go over the sales message. And this is really a shout out to all the people that participated in my poll recently. You guys said, hey, we want to hear about the sales message. And so that's exactly what we're going to do today. So if you're watching this live, go ahead and comment below #teamlive. If you're watching the replay, #teamreplay. And the reason we do that, the more likes and comments that we get on this post, the more people see it in the group and the more we can help each other. And I'm going to jump over to Facebook real quick and see if we are okay. Okay, great. This is going to be awesome. We're actually going to take a deep dive today on the sales message. And the sales message is really different than your product. Your product, your service, your vehicle that gets that person their desire, that tool that gets them that desire. These are different. These are totally different. And I want to show you what I mean by that. Let's whiteboard this out. Okay, hopefully you can see my screen and see my whiteboard. Okay, so if you've watched any of these videos, which I highly suggest you go back and just watch everything that we've posted. We're dropping bombs in this group. It's really, really great. Having a lot of fun doing it. And today I want to show you the sales, excuse me, the sales message. And so what I talk a lot about is the three markets, right? So you've got the three markets. And if you know what they are, comment below. Tell me what these markets are. I'm going to go ahead and write these in. Move this over. Okay, so there's wealth. And these are the three major markets that basically any business, any industry falls within. Now, here's the interesting thing. These aren't just markets. These are also desires. These are the three core desires that we have as human beings. Did you ever see them like that? Isn't that cool? Relationships and health. And so if I ask you, all right, which of the three markets are you in? Most of you jump up real quick and say health, because it's chiropractic. Now, chiropractic, the vehicle, the tool, the service of the adjustment, while that is health, is that the sales message, right? I'm going to turn off my phone because we don't need distractions. We're going over a sales message right now. This is important. I'll call them back later. It's all good. Anyway, so health, wealth, relationships, we've got these three markets. And we've also talked about the idea of in that market, there are a couple of people. There are sellers, and then there are buyers, right? And so we've even talked about the idea of, let me do this. So the buyer or the seller is fishing. So he's got his fishing pole. Yes, it's terrible to draw on a computer. You get the idea. So there's his fishing pole and there's his line and he's looking for the fish. And I'm actually doing this right-handed and I'm left-handed. So, hey, that's pretty good. So he's going in there trying to fish. So the red ocean, blue ocean strategy is the idea of we have this big market And so if we have this big market for all these buyers, they're all just sitting and hanging out. So this is, just think of these markets as communities, and they're just sitting there. And say we're back in the 1800s, and I travel, and I'm traveling town to town, and I go to a town and I set up shop and say, hey, I'm a doctor, come over here for your adjustment, right? And so we got a town of, say, 1,000 people. They're all just that community, and I'm the only one in that town serving chiropractic. Okay, now if I'm the only one, how much competition do I have? I don't have any competition. Okay, so if I go there and I serve that community, I don't have any competition. And then I go to the next town and I serve that community, and then so on and so forth. We get the idea. Now, say there's another guy says, hey, this guy's doing really well. He keeps going town to town. I'm going to do the exact same thing he is, and I'm going to go to the same town, but I'm going to set up shop on the other end of town. Now you've got these two doctors saying, hey, come over to me. Hey, come over to me, right? And now there's competition, right? And now there's a bit of a friction, a tension in the town, because now the people are saying, well, do we go to this guy? Do we go to that guy? Right? And then another doctor jumps in. Now there's all these doctors, and they're all saying, hey, come to me, come to me. And then it just all becomes a whole bunch of freaking noise, right? And there's friction and there's competition, and it becomes a bloody red battle, okay? That is a red ocean. Well, I don't want to fish in a bloody red ocean. I want to create a blue ocean. I want to have my own people where I don't have any competition. And so the Blue Ocean Strategy, which is a book, it talks about that concept. So we have the red ocean and the blue ocean, right? And so let's go back to my awesome drawing. In here, so if there's one fisherman, he didn't have any competition, right? But if there's 2 or 3 or 4 fishermen trying to go get those fish, there's obviously competition. So instead of these markets, we've talked about this, we get a what? A sub-market, right? And so to get health, are there a whole bunch of sub-markets? Of course. How many ways possible is it to get healthy? I mean, there's a whole bunch of things, right? I want to clear that off. There's a whole bunch of ways. So we've got our 3 markets, right? And now we've got a sub-market. And so how many sub-markets do we have for health? Okay, how many do we have? Well, we've got exercise. We've got gyms. We've got at-home fitness. We've got nutrition. We've got paleo, right? We've got all these different things. So now we have all these different ways to get healthy, right? We have all these vehicles, we have all these tools, all these services to get healthy, right? So we have nutrition and food and chiro and at-home fitness and exercise and gyms and whatever. So all these sub-markets, right? And so since we have these sub-markets, it's almost like we have to niche down again and again and again, right? And while that's great, we want to niche down because we want to be different, not better, different. So if we're going to be different, niche down and try to create our own blue ocean, how are we going to get people in there? We have to go back. We have to go back to that previous sub-market and go get those people and bring them to our blue ocean, right? But how are you going to get that person? Through a sales message, okay? Through a sales message. That's the only way we're going to get them. So if we're here, chiro, and then this one right here will be just healthcare providers, okay? And then chiro, and then you say, well, I do corrective care, I'm niche down, I do CBP, or whatever you do, which it's all good. We've got to go back to, maybe it looks something like this, okay? We've got to go back to, and I'm going to say, don't even go back to the chiro because that's too small. If you're CBP or just chiropractic in general, go back to this one, the healthcare provider. Go in there. Or we can just go to a bloody, red, bloody ocean and go back into health. Just somebody's in here and they just don't know how to acquire health. They desire it, but they just don't know of the way, which equals you. You've got to talk to that person. How are you going to talk to that person? This is a huge hack to the game, is how to talk to that person, right? And the way to do it is define the personas of that bloody red ocean. You've got to define those personas, which we've done in previous Facebook Lives. You got to define the 3 personas. So I'm going to jump back to Facebook real quick. Hang with me just a second. I'm see if there's any comments. Health, wealth, relationships, team live, of course. Hey, Logan, glad to have you, man. Yes, those are the three markets, of course. And we've got to define the 3 personas, right? And we've done this as well. So the number 3, let's do this, personas of the red ocean. Okay, so there's actually 3 of them. And then your new opportunity, which is over here. Okay, so there are 3 personas of the bloody red ocean. 3 is the what? Is the die hard, right? He loves exactly what he's getting. Maybe he's taken the prescription pill and says, oh my gosh, I freaking love it. Aleve gets rid of my headaches. I love it. You won't convince me, right? Do you want to try to convince that person? While you're probably going to disagree with them taking Aleve for the headache, how hard is it going to be to convince that person? The education bridge, the amount of education I have to give this person is so long, it's not worth it. I don't want to go after that person, right? It becomes it's that battle. It's kind of like in football, the NFL. If you're a Packer fan, you're probably never going to be convinced to be a Patriot fan. Or if you're a Patriot fan, you're never going to be convinced to be a Packer fan. And those two just fighting back and forth and fighting back and forth. It's a feature battle. And who wins? No one. No one. So let's not go after that person. Number 2 is the person that has had success, right? Yeah, I drink this protein drink. I've tried lots of protein drinks. I like this one, but I'm open to hear. Now, why are they still taking this one? They don't have enough of a problem with this protein drink to seek out another solution, right? They don't have enough pain with this one to seek out. However, they are open. So I've had a lot of number 2s that I've interacted with, even for my new opportunity, right? Now, this is the person I want to go after, and this is the person you should go after. They hate the bloody red ocean that they're in. They hate it, but they just don't know of another way, right? Their mindset, their perspective is, this is just the way it is, right? They think, hey, just taking pills, this is what we do. This is what we do as a society. Well, you get sick, you go to the doctor, you get an antibiotic, you take a pill, or he put me on blood pressure medication. This is the only way, right? But they hate it. They hate being tied to that bottle, that prescription bottle. That's the person I want to talk to as a chiro to my community, right? This is the easiest person. This is a huge hack to the game, by the way, guys. A huge hack. If in fact you talk to that person, just talk to that person. Say, hey, taking pills, it sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Have you taken pills? Yeah, man, I've taken tons of pills and it's awful. And I've been prescribed so many pills, my body started to repel them. And hey, yeah, follow me. You know of another way? Yeah, come over here. Boom. That's a sales message, guys. That's it, right? And so at this point, my sales message, by the way, you're a diehard for your opportunity, right? So there's personas in your ocean. So you're a number 3, right? So if you're a corrective care or, just chiro, diehard chiro, right? You won't convince me. I'll literally have to have an identity shift in me to convince me that chiropractic does not work, right? I've seen it way too many times. There's way too many stories that I've seen that I'll literally have to have an identity shift in me to convince me otherwise. Going back to medicine, right? I grew up in the medical community. I was told that chiropractors are quacks and witch doctors. And then I started going to the chiropractor in secrecy because my parents believe they're quacks. And now everything's different. So I had an identity shift. I won't ever shift back, right? I know too much about chiropractic. And I'm never going to shift, of course. Checking Facebook real quick. Awesome. And so that's what you've got to do with your ideal customer, patient, client. You've got to talk to the person that hates the current vehicle they are using to get them the outcome they desire. But they hate it. They hate what they're currently doing, but they don't know of another way. They don't even believe that there may even be another way. So my sales message personally is very, very anti-red. It's this red up here. This is a bloody, 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 bloody market, right? Tons and tons and tons of competition, lots of noise, right? So in that ocean right here, all I want to do is, let me make this another color. All I want to do is talk to these people right there, just that small little area, because some people are in that ocean that love it. I don't want to talk to that person. The person wants to take the pill and loves taking the pill. I don't want to talk to them. I want to talk to the person that hates it, right? That person's the easiest one to get. All I have to do is tell them that there's another way. So the education bridge for this person is way shorter, right? And it just becomes my story. It's your story. It's your origin story. Hey, there's another way. I've done that too. Oh, you've done that too, right? I'm joining the conversation in their head. Oh my gosh, I've been there too and it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Oh my gosh. You know of another way? Yeah, follow me. Boom. That right there is all I have to do. For success, that person, they're looking at value/money. That's a number 2 persona. This person, the way to change the diehard is overwhelming. I think I spelled that right. Social proof. If I didn't, whatever. We're not in a spelling contest right now. I want to show you a sales message. Number 3 over here, talking to the person that hates, right? So how did I do that personally? How did I do that with a new class that I now offer? Do you know how I did it? You want to see? We'll go to Facebook, see if there are any questions. Okay. You want to know how I did it? Check this out. This is how you do it. I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you how Russell Brunson did it to me, and I'll show you how you can do it as well. So let's go here. Here is my new training. So this right here, the sales message. The sales message is talking to the person that's currently in that, man, my internet's slow today. That current bloody red ocean. So I'm talking to the chiropractor. Let me back out. So I want to target chiropractors, and I want to target chiropractors that are sick of spinal screenings, lunch and learns, trying to get their website to drive traffic. And maybe they even did have success, but they want another way because they're tired of trading their time for dollars. They're sick of it. They know that they're going to be capped in the office because you can only adjust so many people in a day. Even if your adjustment takes 1 minute, there are only so many minutes. You're capped, which it sucks. Right. And so that was my frustration, was realizing that I'm trading my time for dollars. And so what do? I find a guy that says, hey, there's another way. You don't have to do that. And his ad says, my weird niche funnel, which is currently making me $17,947 a day, and how you can ethically knock it off in under 10 minutes. What? $17,000 a day? I'm in. That's all I needed to hear. He had me at that. That's a hook. That's a headline. That's a promise. That's a sales message. They're all the same. They're all the same. I already bought. I'm in. And so that's Russell Brunson selling what? ClickFunnels. Now, if you would have said, hey, I have this online software as a service, a SaaS company, so a software as a service, he would have never touched me, right? That's his product. But products are not sales messages at all. I'll give you a big example. And this is probably the easiest example to just conceptualize this. So Bic Razor. Right? If you've heard the story of the Bic Razor, they're not going to say, hey, we manufactured this and we did this at this angle. We have this grade plastic, and then we have these blades in here. And we have this, and it's at this angle, and we filed them down in this manner. So nobody cares. So what's their commercial say? It's a guy shaving his face. He's in front of the mirror. It's a little foggy. He just got out of the shower shaving, right? And then the girl comes in. She's all groping all over him. So what's the sales message? Shave the face, get the girl. Done. Shave the face, get the girl, right? So at that point, the desire, what do I desire? Oh, I want to get the girl, right? So the tool, the vehicle, the razor. They weren't really talking about the razor. They say, hey, shave the face with our tool. Shave the face, get the girl. That's it. That's a sales message, right? Too many people in the chiropractic community spend way too much freaking time talking about chiropractic and how they're different. Well, we do chiropractic biophysics. Well, if they've never even heard about chiropractic, how the hell are they going to know what chiropractic biophysics is? They don't. That's noise to them. So what do? Keep walking. That is not a sales message at all. That's a vehicle. That's a tool. That's a service to get them what they desire. What do they desire? To pick up their kids, right? And some people even try to have the sales message. This is the lower level sales message. This is B level and C level sales message. Well, potential. We empower potential. I'll encourage you like this. What the hell does that mean? Right? What the hell does that mean? You empower potential. What are you talking about? Let's go back to this. Empower potential. So if somebody's using that kind of line, who could say that? People that sell exercise, people that sell gyms, people that sell at-home fitness, right? People that sell nutrition, people that sell paleo, people that sell chiro. Maybe a optometrist, a dentist, anybody could say that. We maximize the potential. Why is that a problem? That's ambiguous. Nobody knows what that means, right? But they do know, they know exactly what it means and how it feels, emotion, to pick up their kids and have them, their kids hug them around the neck. They know exactly what that is. Tired of not being able to pick up your kids, right? Tired of leaning on that pill to be able to pick up your kids? That's a sales message. That's a sales message. That's it. So how did I do that? Russell Brunson did it by saying, hey, there's another tool to get you what you desire, right? Oh, funnels. Funnels get me what I desire. So it's online sales funnel. Hey, how am I going to get an online sales funnel? Oh, hey, I have the software called ClickFunnels. Boom, I'm in, right? And so what did we do? We started even a nutrition company in 2017 because we'd gotten into ClickFunnels. We were so far in by that time, we said, hey, oh my gosh, we're going to do all these things because we're tired of trading our time for dollars. So that's what we did. And which that's another story. Anyway, that's how Russell got me. How am I getting chiro? So my community is just a big group of chiropractors, right? Some chiropractors like doing lunch and learns. They are not my customer. Some people like doing spinal screenings every weekend. They are not my customer. Do not buy from me. Please leave the group. Sorry. That's my message, right? My group is for people that are sick of doing those things, right? So how did I attract those people specifically? I talked to the number one persona of the three personas that hate that current vehicle, spinal screening, lunch and learns, right? Which most professionals, business professionals, I mean, you can be a financial advisor, you can be an accountant, you can be real estate, you can do all these things and do those exact same things trying to get new clients. And they have that pain too. They don't like doing them. I want to talk to that person. So what did I do? I'll show you exactly how I did it. So I got a new class. This is my landing page, technically. This is a website. And so what I said was exposed why lunch and learns, websites, and spinal screenings are as dead to marketing as phone books. I stake my claim. I'm strong in my language right there, right? So this right here is going to be a saving grace to the person that hates doing this stuff. And it's going to offend the person that likes it. Great. That's exactly what I want to do. I want to offend, even as a chiro, I want to offend the person that loves taking pills, right? I don't have to convince them because ultimately the market will convince them with overwhelming social proof based on diffusion of innovation, which is actually, we talk about that in this training. And the secret weapon that's allowed forward-thinking chiropractors to ethically steal from all their competition and dominate their local markets. That's going to be very appealing to the person that's sick of doing this. So am I talking about funnels right here? No, not at all. Even down here with my secrets, am I talking about funnels down here? No, I'm giving curiosity, right? I've got a hook with these. Ooh, there's curiosity, almost backwards process. What is it? What is it? I got to know. Quadruple my production. How am I going to do that? Pull my competitors' patients, right? Like Walmart. Is Walmart your competition? Yes, they sell Advil. Can people take Advil for back pain? Is it possible? Yes, they are now your competition. I want to pull that competition into my office, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. This is going to be very appealing. I didn't talk about the vehicle, the tool, the service that I provide as a marketing company at all. At all. You never saw it. You said, oh my gosh, I want to sign up for that. What was I doing? I was just poking on the pain, right? That's my hook. That's my headline. That's my sales message. That's my promise. I stake the claim. It's forward thinking, right? So I stake my claim. It's forward thinking. It highly resonates with the persona number 1, and it offends number 3. Perfect. That's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what Russell did with me. That's exactly what I do with chiropractors to do their marketing for them. That's my high-end service that I have. I have different tiers. And so a done for you is the highest in terms of the value ladder, if you understand that. You don't have to right now. It's not relevant today or on this training anyway. But that's what I want to do. And that's what I want to be able to show you. So when I'm doing marketing for chiropractors, that marketing, they're speaking to the number 1 persona in their bloody red ocean, person that hates taking pills. And so what do? We craft the sales message, the hook, the headline based around that. That's it. It has to be anti-red. And it's anti-red. I'm going to offend the number 3. And it has nothing to do with my product. I am poking on pain because I've gone through the pain. So I just tell my story. I'm literally in that training telling my story. Hey, here's the pain I went through. And here's how I found progress. And here are the steps I took to climb the mountain that I ultimately wanted to climb. And here I am now. It was possible for me. Now it's possible for you. Now I'm going to show you the tools you can use to get your ultimate desire. That's what the class is. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you need to be able to do for your patient. I'm gonna jump over to Facebook real quick. Awesome. Yeah. Excellent. Oh. Cool. Awesome. If you have any questions, I want you to put your question live, or if you have questions and you're watching the replay, go ahead and put your question because I'm going to see it and I'll answer those for you. I'm just looking over a couple of things I wrote down. I just didn't want to miss anything. If you liked this training, go ahead and put #awesome, #awesome in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. If you do have questions about this training, I certainly want to know. I don't want you to have an ambiguous sales message. Increase your potential. Nobody knows what the hell that means, right? Tired of taking pills, depending on pills to be able to pick up your kid? A parent knows exactly how that feels. Exactly how that feels, right? That's poking on pain. Hey, don't want to have to go through that pain anymore? Yeah. Hey, there's another way. Done. Your sales message, I already created it for you. I'm giving it to you. This is a huge hack to the game, right? We don't have to talk about chiropractic biophysics, and all these technical things. I don't even say technical things in my office. I was at another office doing some training this past weekend, and I told the doctor there, I said, the most technical word I use in my office ever is subluxation. That's it. That's the only technical word I use. I don't say cervical. I don't say lordosis. I don't say sheath. I've seen chiropractors posting videos saying all these words. Translation? What the hell is that? You're speaking to your market. Now you can dictate it because you were bathed in medical terminology. Your patient wasn't. And remember, you're talking to the number 1 persona in that bloody red ocean, just doesn't know another way. How in the world are they going to know lordosis? They don't. Don't use it. Don't use it. Don't say vertebrae. It's backbone. We can keep it simple. Yes, you're still a doctor. We can keep it simple. And so I even had a nurse anesthesiologist come in the office and did a report yesterday. And she gave me a huge compliment. I wasn't using technical words. I was showing her x-rays, and I'm using a software called Posture Ray. And I'm showing ideal versus where she is. And I tied a lot of things together. Now, she's a nurse. She's bathed in medical terminology. And she says, you have explained this better than I've ever had a chiropractor explain this to me before. This is amazing. Thank you for doing that in that way. And I never use technical words. This is somebody that is bathed in medical terminology. I could have used, I still didn't. And she said, I understand it better now than ever before. Now, I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying you can keep it simple, right? When you keep, simplicity wins. Growth happens in simplicity. Why do you think Walmart got so big? Why did Walmart get so big? Before they went public. Why'd they get so big? Because Sam Walton said, hey, there's growth in simplicity. We're going to keep this as simple as possible. And what happened? They exploded, right? They exploded. So when you're talking with this techno babble, are you exploding your office? No, we're not exploding offices with techno babble, but we can with simplicity. Keep it simple, right? And we don't have to talk about our thing, our chiropractic. All we got to do is talk about their pain and join that conversation. Hey, you're going through that pain, man. I've been there too, and just tell our story. Nobody can argue your story. I was at that office this weekend. I was talking about if you're an elite client, elite coaching, there is a class that some of you could be doing. Not everybody does it. There's a class that we give to our new patients, right? And in that class, there is a photograph of somebody, their posture is analyzed and they're standing all crooked. We don't use technical words, right? Don't say translation or lateral flexion or whatever. They're crooked. That's it. And so when I go to that slide, I've realized given that class, I tell 8 stories. That's what 8 stories. And I flipped to that slide and I don't talk about all the technical stuff. I talk about a girl that came in with posture just like that. She was standing like that. Long story short, she's 16. Her mom brings her in, says she's been tested everything under the sun. They can't figure out why this 16-year-old little girl's been throwing up every day for the last 2 years. I can't imagine. So then I go through the emotion. Little girl comes in, we take x-rays. She had scoliosis, a type of a subluxation, right? And the part that was most off from where it should be was the part where those nerves go to the stomach. Well, duh. And we began to correct it. And when we began to correct it, the girl started to talk to me because she wouldn't talk to me. She would now looking at me when she wouldn't previously look at me. And then down the road, she calls me because she quit throwing up, right? Every day. Then boom, first month, 1 time. After that, 0. And then she calls me down the road and says, hey, I just want to let you know I'm going on my first date, which is a cool story. And so I'm telling that doctor this, and it's compelling, and we love story. That's why people still go to the movies. That's why we watch Netflix, right? That's why we watch videos on YouTube. We love stories. Now, if I would have talked all this technical jargon, technobabble, then would I have pulled that person in? No, I wouldn't have. Right? We would have stayed in logic and I wouldn't have got to their heart. We have to tell a story. So what are you going to do? You're going to tell your story, join the conversation in their head, tell your story, your origin story. Hey, where were you? And what are the things you went through? And then you said, oh my gosh, everything changed when I went to the chiropractor. And now I'm this and this and this and this, right? Nobody can ever argue your story. Nobody can ever argue that story of that little girl, ever. We can argue about research all day long. You can never argue me that story about that little girl. It can't happen, right? So that's the power of story. So your sales message, story, hook, headline, promise, right, is a possibility. Hey, this vehicle adjusting can work for you too. And then you show them how, right? Which is great. Let's see if, awesome, guys. Cool. But that's exactly what your sales message is going to do. It's going to be to the number 1 persona in the bloody red ocean. It's going to offend number 3. It's going to be your story. So even my class, when I show you my class right here, this right here, speaking directly to the person that's sick of doing this stuff. Perfect. So what can you do? You're going to speak to the person that's sick of taking the pill or not finding true health, even though they're dieting and exercising, all the stuff, right? Eating healthy, eating clean, and they're still dependent on pills. That's the person you want to talk to and tell a story, not a concept. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Again, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment #TeamReplay. If you have a question, go ahead and comment on this video below, and I'll certainly reach out in the comment in the feed and answer any questions you guys have. Other than that, make it an awesome Tuesday. Bye, guys.